Welcome to Man That's Cooking. In this video, we're going to show you how to make slow cooker Jack Daniel's jalapeno beef ribs. Okay, so we're going to start by making a rib rub, and this is going to be a dry rub with 1 tablespoon of salt. Yeah, that's a lot of salt, but that's going to sit on the ribs overnight if you follow this recipe, and the salt's going to work its magic on the beef. Next, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of chipotle powder, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, and a half teaspoon of onion powder. Right, next we're going to mix this up and we're going to set it aside. Alright, next we're going to add 1 can of liquid beef. This is going to be the base for our gravy later on. And we're going to use our 2-shot Jack Daniel's method here. We're going to have 1 shot poured into the crock pot, and the other shot is for the chef. Cheers! So we've got 1 large jalapeno that we're going to add to the crock pot here. We're going to cut the seeds out and do a rough cut. Now you might know about Man here. He likes to stick his fingers in his eye sockets after handling hot peppers. Don't be like Man. Make sure you wash your hands after handling a hot pepper. Now the last part of our mixture here is our garlic cloves, and we're just doing a rough cut so we have some big chunks going on. Now here's an optional step, pulling off the silver skin. If you want to fight with that stuff, go ahead. Alright, so you can see here we've got a small 3-rib beef rack here, and we're just going to go ahead and cut in between the rib bones and split them up and get them ready for seasoning. And now, the amazing part, well, just put some seasoning on here and just rub it in, and you want to try to get all sides, and I do mean all sides. When you finish seasoning all sides, go ahead and place these ribs into the crock pot with the liquid broth. Now you can see we're set up to go here, but we're not going to cook it. We're going to drop it off in the refrigerator overnight. And it's the next day, time to go to work. So cook these ribs on the 8-hour setting. And when you come home, you're going to see this. Yeah! Nice plate full of ribs about to happen. Of course, these go great with a side of mashed potatoes because we're going to cover those with gravy. So simply add 3 tablespoons of flour. We're going to start out with 2 here. Try and stir it up. And you're going to see Man fail miserably. Kind of looks like your grandma's lumpy gravy, doesn't it? So you know how the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again with a power tool. So this is an immersion blender, and it's gonna make this gravy happen. These are dirt cheap. You need to get yourself one if you don't have one already. And here we go. Look at that. You got chunks of jalapeno, you got chunks of garlic. You can see the outside surface of these ribs look a little dry, but they're nice and tender inside. And we're adding some moisture with the gravy. Look at those mashed potatoes. I mean, come on, pouring gravy on mashed potatoes has got to be making you hungry. If you're looking for any mashed potato recipes, check out our YouTube channel. It's time to eat, so let's try this stuff out. Alright, so you can see here it's not super tender, but it's not terrible either. Man's actually pretty terrible with a fork and knife, as you can see here. And here's the best part, you gotta get some mashed potatoes with that beef rib. Oh yeah. And of course the one thing about these beef ribs are these huge brontosaurus bones. So you can either cut these out nice and fancy like Man's doing, or you can rip them out if you want, and toss them outside to your lions. Your lions will be very happy that you fed them, and they'll be happy that you subscribe to Man That's Cooking. So we hope you enjoy this recipe. Come on by our YouTube channel and check out our other recipes. We got a bunch of slow cooker recipes. We've got some pot roast, we got some corned beef, and we got some grilling all kinds of stuff. Check out our website, like, subscribe, give us some comments, some feedback. Thanks for watching.